It's gonna be a tough video because I hate to relive the thought of how I got the news that this had happened. You know what I mean, I might tear up a little. You know, certain things happen, and you good. Everything turned out good, but then when you relive that moment of when you got the news, you know, it was just, you know, it breaks you. Last week, my homie Aaron, channel Knowledge to Self. He don't really post that much. I hope you start posting. I'm gonna try not to give too much of the story because I would love to let you tell it. You know, that was your experience. We almost lost a good brother. Bike accident, you know, on some bullshit. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I might curse a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep it down. But we almost lost a great brother, you know, and if anybody knows me personally knows I don't really mess with nobody, but it's Aaron and it's another homie of mine, Henry. We talk almost every day, and it's crazy because ever since Aaron got the bike, and he tell me he going home and he gonna be off for a couple days, and I don't hear from him in about 3 or 4, I'm calling him like, yo, you alright? Or I'm calling him or I'm texting him. You know, I got receipts I could show y'all text. I would check up on him. You good? He'd be like, yeah, you know, like yeah, I'm good. Hell yeah, I'm good. And I'm like, you know, I just wanted to make sure, you know, because you out there on that bike, just be careful. Got to make sure you good. And this is not me trying to say I told you so. It's just, you know, this is from the perspective of the homie and the family members that know people that ride bikes. You know, this is how we thinking, you know, and we always got y'all in our prayers, and we always got y'all in mind. Like, yo, I hope he's careful out there. My bad, I'm waiting for them to send me to the doc. But we almost lost the homie. It was on some BS. He was riding his bike, dry day. I guess the way he explained it was a truck had like maybe dropped some gravel on the ground. He went to get off on the exit. I believe I remember him saying he let off the throttle and the bike slipped. So the wheels locked up. Like I said, I would like for him to tell the story because this is from what I remember. I'm just glad he's all right. And he went over the bike. That's the last thing he remembers. It's crazy too because it happened, I believe, on a Saturday. I go to Walmart to get me a blood pressure device to check my blood pressure, and I send him the text, and his wife texts, oh, Aaron just got into an accident. Think he broke his T1 back, from his spinal cord. He split his head open. You know, I guess she's a wreck. The way she sent me the text. We think his back is broken, his ribs, and look, I'm reliving the moment, you know, of that moment, and my wife is like next to me, and then she sends me the pictures, and she sends me the picture of a crazy gash in his head, and a bunch of blood on the bed, and I just froze for like 2 minutes. That's what I remember. I froze. Like before that, I looked at my wife. I said, "I told you. I told him this was gonna happen." You know, I was like, you know, kind of like just, you know, that anger. You know, you don't want to tell somebody I told you so, but that anger, like it catches you before the come down. You breaking down. The stress before the breakdown, or the anger before the breakdown. Like, yo, like it's almost like you mad at him, but he's hurt, so your feelings are like all over the place. You know, and she sends me the picture. I see the picture of the gash, and 2 minutes I froze, like literally froze. I didn't know what to do. I don't know what the hell was happening. I just broke down, started crying. Crazy, like crazy. And luckily we got good wives. That's there for us, holding us down. Wifey, she hugging me, telling me, hopefully he'll be all right. It just happened. We don't know what's going on. Trying to, and I'm just thinking, man, I think I lost my homie. Because just like 3-4 months ago, I had lost my father, and this is gonna sound crazy, but the way it happened to my father, he fell off his house, off a first story from the roof, and he cracked his head open. He didn't bleed, so he had a bunch of blood clots. It messed him up. For a year, he was in a bed where people pretty much had to do everything for him. And that's the only thing I kept thinking. Like when I saw that gash, I was like, yo, if he's not done, he is gonna be in bed, paralyzed. From what his wife was telling me, he got the broken back. He's gonna be paralyzed, and we're gonna have to cater to this dude. Pretty much take care of him. He's gonna be a veggie. I just kept thinking about what had happened to my father in the moment. We praying, keeping tabs on him, making sure. Sure enough, it was Saturday. It happened Saturday, and I remember telling her, we started talking on the phone. I started calling her. I think I called her the next day in the morning. I'm like, yo, what's up? Can I go see him? Mind you, I live in Atlanta. He lives in Savannah. I drove 3.5 hours to see him. 7 hours round trip to go see him. Like I said, that's my man's. I love you, A. Like I gotta go see my dog. I was contemplating on the drive. I'm like, damn, I gotta drive 7 hours. And the next day they was like, he's all right. They about to do an MRI on him, whatever. But I was like, I gotta go see him, and I went to go see him, and let me see. I was supposed to go Sunday. My bad. I was supposed to go Sunday, but I was like, she was telling me that they was kind of, still, he was in and out the ICU or whatever. They were still working on him. So I was like, should I just go Monday? This way, we let it kind of settle, let the doctor settle in, and yeah. So I went Monday, and he was just, they had him so doped up in medication, etc., to where he was kind of off, and that kind of threw me off a little bit too. But I had spoke to him that Sunday too on FaceTime, and I couldn't even look at him, So I got his Cash App on the screen. Y'all know how it is when us truck drivers, we have a situation. Y'all know the slogan: if your wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. So if it comes out your heart to help him out, we'll highly appreciate that. That's a good homie, man. This dude, if he was to be doing YouTubes and the stuff that he's done, like just with trucking, he could really help y'all out. And I'm gonna try to push him to do that. As far as how he's doing, they released him yesterday. He was in there for a week. His MRI came back. He doesn't have his back is all right. He has a fractured lung, and he got 12 broken ribs. But he's good. He's walking. He got a couple of scrapes. They definitely did a good job stapling the gash back together. So him being, that black, what is it, that light-skinned black brother tone. What the black folks used to, what is it, they'll joke on the light-skinned brothers. So he got that tone where, once the scab come off, is lighter than your complexion. Is almost like it, it's somewhat, it blends in right. Like, it's bad, but it doesn't look as bad as, I guess, if you were like white or if you was like real light skin, or you was like real dark skin. He got that right tone. That's fucked up to say, but for the scars, to where Had he been another tone, he'd look worse. Like I said, the doctors did a real good job. He was saying how they was taking real good care of him. So shout out to the hospital. My bad. I'm kind of freestyling on this video. I want it to come from the heart, and I'm sorry, it took me a while to drop this video, but it's not a I told you so moment. It's more of a I want y'all to really know that, alright, you telling me you fine, but you don't know how I feel whenever I gotta relive that moment, that day. When your wife sent me that, look, I'm trying not to tear up, because I did enough crying. It's hard to live that moment. I didn't want to do this video because of that. I knew I was going, my tears were going to jerk up a little bit. But yeah, man, yo, be careful out there. Y'all really don't think we don't be thinking about y'all, but we stay thinking about y'all. And no matter how nice you are, no matter how good you think you are, no matter what the protective gear, always remember you are the chassis. Like we had this little back and forth, not me and him, me and one of his homeboys. Shout out to him, sound like a cool brother, but he was telling me some bullshit. If you live in fear, you're not living life. Like, yo, bro, it's not that I'm scared of bikes. I just love myself too much. You understand what I'm saying? I love myself too much. And, I was telling my wife the other day, we was having a conversation. I'm like, I can't afford to break a bone because I need my bones to drive. Like, I'm out of commission if I break a leg. If I had an automatic, maybe. But I need my limbs. I gotta drive. You understand? I say you break something and you get sick. All you gotta do is twiddle your fingers. Feel me? So that's something to keep in mind whenever you out here riding them bikes. I don't think it's worth it, me personally. And again, it's the heartache that you leave your peers with. Like, you thinking, like I said, you thinking you good, came out of it, whatever. But some of your people still in pain. So I want y'all to consider that whenever y'all think about doing some dumb. We're all not perfect. I'm not saying let's get a damn school bus and be safe. Like, yo, tomorrow's not promised. We don't know. But we can make some better decisions, and really, like, I understand you. What is it? It doesn't matter what people think, but there's some people out there that are thinking the best for you, and they really don't want you gone. They need you here. Like, I telling you, I was broken. I'm like, who the hell am I gonna talk to? Because the other homie I talk to, I don't talk to him as much as I talk to A. And that's it. Like, yo, Aiden, we got history already. We done, I done literally riding behind this dude. We done met up somewhere, riding behind this dude. His one of his fuel tanks popped and started dragging. He pulls over, I pull over. I'm kind of in a rush because I got to get to where I got to get to, but, I help him out because that's the homie. Like, of course you're going to do that for your homie. He witnessed me proposing to my wife. We done had drinks together. We done played chess. We done played pool. You know what I'm saying? We done shot a couple guns. Like, yo, the history running long. And the only reason why, we ain't do much because, I just, like, he'd be in his zone, and I'll be the one wanting to splurge a little bit of money in Miami. Like, I rent a car, and I say, yo, hey, meet me out there. And like, nah, I got to go back, So our history would be more extended. Vice versa, he then invited me to other places, and, back and forth type. The schedules don't line up. But, again, if it comes out of your heart to help somebody out, I'll do it for anybody I know. Anybody want me to shout them out. I understand my platform is not as big, so pardon me if y'all don't get the help y'all need, but I'm willing to help anybody out. At the end of the day, we human, and as much as we may not think, it doesn't matter to us. Like, us not talking every day, a nice hello text would be nice every now and then. You know what I'm saying? especially when you know the person you really rocking with is a real person. Like, I may not get along, but let me not say that. If y'all real cool and y'all don't talk like that, just from time to time pick up the phone and let that person know you love them. Because I hate to say the cliche, but tomorrow's not promised. It can happen to anybody. On that note, I don't mean to be a buzzkill to my channel, but that's life. Like, I don't be wanting to put a lot of personal stuff on, but I feel like a lot of y'all have become a part of my life, so I figure I share this moment with y'all. Love y'all brothers, and love our sisters and brothers, and let them know you love them, and let them know you don't want nothing bad happening to them. Let it be from a place in your heart, not he say she say. Like, don't do that because of don't sound like everybody else. Like, really make somebody feel how make them feel it. Like, I'm really worried about you. I really want you to take care of yourself. I'm looking forward to doing things with you. Like, don't do this to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, make it known that you love this person. This way, hopefully, so they can make somewhat better decisions. I'm not saying not to get on a bike. Get back on, but y'all already know what comes with that. We need you, eh? I love you, my dude. Be safe out there. I'll see you soon. Peace.